Hello guys, you are welcome back to Adorable Kitchen. If today is your first time of coming across this channel, you are highly welcome. Please subscribe. Today I'm going to show you how to make bread using a bread machine. So if you are interested, continue watching. To make this bread, we need 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Here I have 3 tablespoons of dry milk, which is optional. I also have 2¼ teaspoons of yeast. This is instant active dry yeast. Here I have a quarter cup of sugar. You can add more or less, it just depends on what you want. Here I have 2 tablespoons of butter, which I will melt soon in the microwave. I have 1½ cups of warm water or room temperature water and 1 teaspoon of salt. To make this recipe, I'll be using this bread machine by Beyond Appliance. So this is the heating chamber and this is the kneading pan and the kneading paddle. So this bread machine is very reliable. I've used it several times and it never disappoints. So you start by just plugging it into an electric outlet. Next, you make sure that the paddle is very well aligned in the pan. If not, it is not going to knead your bread properly. Then start by adding the liquid ingredients first, which is our water, followed by the melted butter. Next, add in your flour. You can also use bread flour, but this all-purpose flour works very fine for this recipe. Next, I added my dry milk, followed by my sugar. Next, I added my salt, and lastly the yeast. So in case you're still wondering how this machine is going to make your bread, so let me just give you a brief summary of how this machine works. You just need to place all your ingredients and just place the pan inside the machine and just make sure that it is properly aligned. You hear a click when it sits well on the heating elements. Next, just set it to whatever you want. It has different settings. It has one for French bread, sweet bread, dough, bake. It just depends on what you want. Even has setting for wheat bread. So I usually use the #1 setting, which is the basic bread. Next, I adjust the loaf size to 2 pounds because I'm using 4 cups of flour. Next, I change the crust color to light. If you like your bread a little bit maybe too brown or something like that, you can adjust the crust setting to maybe medium or dark, but I like using the light setting. The machine will do all the work. It will let the bread rise, then when it's time it will bake the bread. So this was after a few minutes. See how neatly the dough is kneading. So what I like to do is just to use my spatula to scrape the sides of the pan, because sometimes it doesn't get to the edges of the pan. So I just like to help it by letting the flour just come closer to the center so that everything can mix properly. So due to some mistakes in measuring, in case you are using a bread machine to make your bread, just be there for the first few minutes, just when the bread is about to become a dough, and see if the consistency is okay. Like now you see mine is very perfect, but assuming you notice that yours is too hard or maybe too soft, you can just adjust maybe by adding water or by just sprinkling with some flour just to give you the right dough. As you can see now, the bread has finished kneading and it is rising. So this is the first rise, and you can see that it has doubled in size and it will still get bigger than this. So as you can see now, it is the final rise. See how big the bread is, and it's time for it to get baked. Now we are in the final process of the bread making, which is baking. So the machine has a heating element underneath it that bakes the bread when it's time for it to be baked. So see, the bread is being baked already and it's looking so yummy and attractive already. This whole process takes 3 minutes for it to happen, and you can see we are counting down. We have 1 minute left for our bread to be ready. This is just so easy and it just bakes your bread for you. You can just put the whole ingredients and go to sleep, and the machine will do all the work. And the good thing about it is, even if you are not there to take the bread out when it is done, it has a setting to keep warm that will keep your bread warm for you until you take it out from the machine. So now our bread is ready. See how nice it is looking and how very soft it is. So this is fresh from the oven. So this just reminded me of my auntie when she was pregnant. She was craving burnt bread. Okay, not really burnt, but she was craving for another type of bread that is almost like burnt bread. So that was her pregnancy craving. She would send me to the store to buy bread for her, and she would ask me to just look for ones that are about to get burnt and just buy those ones for her. So assuming that someone like her wants to make this bread, she will just use the setting of dark crust, and she'll get like that kind of burnt bread. So in case you are someone like that that loves your bread a little bit dark and kind of burnt, you can use that setting. So here it is ready. I just let it cool down and it is completely cooled down now. So I'm about to just slice the bread so that you see what the inside looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. And before that, let me know, what will you pair with this bread? What would you pair with this bread? As for me, I love to pair this bread with butter, not just any type of butter. You know, our original blue band, our Niger, and you know that blue band that has royal, not royal blue. Yeah, royal blue, the one with royal blue color, not the sky blue one. No, that correct original butter blue band. That's what I love to pair with my bread. And I also like to pair bread with akara. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.